how are we today? Welcome back into the greenhouse. If we haven't met already, I am Sam. I'm your plant collector in Melbourne. And today, as you can see from the title, we're going to be going through some plants that I have acquired through some trading with some friends. It is boiling in the greenhouse today. I think it's about 30 degrees today, and in the greenhouse it's about 35. So makeup has gone out the window. I was like, it's not happening. I am sweating. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plants that I'm going to show you that I've gotten through trading, but I got 2 plants just yesterday from Fitzroy Nursery, so I'll show you guys those as well. But without further ado, let's get into it. This variegated Epipremnum pinnatum variegata. And so this beautiful thing I got from a friend off Facebook, Stephen, and for this guy I traded a cutting of a Philodendron Cream Splash. Those things I find so hard to root nowadays, and I just don't know why. One of them actually took, and I've had it in one of my previous videos, I might show you guys a photo. The tiny itty bitty cutting, but the variegation on it was so spectacular, and I was lucky enough to get this beautiful thing, and the variegation on this guy seriously blows me away. We've got lots of half leaf segmented variegation, and even if you can see, the next leaf looks like there's going to be a lot of white. It's done really well in adjusting to the greenhouse. This was the newest leaf in my care, and I got it maybe about, I'm going to say, a month ago. So that leaf came out, and then there is a new one just there. So that is plant number 1. I still have it in sphagnum, but I'm probably going to change that maybe in like a month or 2. We'll see. Which one do I want to show next? So this one I actually just got on the weekend from a friend, Connie. Connie is such an amazing soul, and I managed to trade with her this beautiful thing. So this is a Philodendron Florida Ghost, and that leaf is my absolute favorite. It's got like the malted whiteness, more looking like a minty, even though I don't think that's actually a thing. It is, you can see like the white in it. This leaf is very, very green, but regardless, still so beautiful, and there is a growth point just happening in there, so that's super exciting. We've got some really healthy roots as well. So I've only had this for a couple of days, and I'm so in love with it. I seriously cannot wait for the new leaf to emerge, and hopefully it'll be like super white. I have been looking for one of these for quite some time, I'd say over 2 years now, but I was never super duper interested in it, and it was just recently, and then I was speaking to Connie, and she was interested in trading a Brentianum for this guy, and so that's what happened. And it's already got the sick mature shape Florida Ghost, which is just so cool. Immediately see like ears, hands, and a nose when I look at this plant. Am I the only one that thinks this way? I don't know. This is definitely my newest plant for sure. Now these guys are super duper exciting. So this little guy I managed to get from 2 of my best pals, Haley and Jake. I managed to get a Philodendron Paradiso Verde, and I've been wanting one of these for so long. Honestly, they just don't pop up as much as you would expect for philodendron. I managed to trade this beautiful thing for a quite large specimen of a Monstera bossagiana. I think it had like about 4 or 5 leaves, but this guy, while it doesn't have that much variegation at the moment, I have very high hopes for it. The stem is a little bit orangey, as well as the back. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, that abaxial. Ooh. And it's got some really awesome roots with a new growth point just there. I have a feeling that the next leaf is going to be pretty green, because that tends to happen with like variegated things. You normally chop it and then it goes green so that it can like absorb as much like energy that it needs. A few people have asked me whether Paradiso Verdes actually like revert or if it's stable. Honestly, I have no idea, but regardless, this plant is amazing. I do actually have hopefully another trade with another Paradiso Verde, because your girl always wants 2 of the same plant. It's a habit that she needs to break. Beautiful cutting. And the last one that I have to show you guys, this one is quite the large specimen. And to be honest, when I traded this, I thought I was getting a cutting, but nay, Sam got the whole freaking plant. this beautiful Monstera aurea variegata, also known as a Monstera alba variegata. So this is the yellow variegation. That is the newest leaf, and it's practically half moon, sectoral, whatever you'd like to call it, and it is stunning. Now, I haven't had a new leaf come up on this guy yet. I've actually only had it for maybe 2-3 weeks, but it has done some amazing stuff like producing those aerial roots just behind there. I'm probably going to chop this thing at some point, but I managed to trade with a very dear friend, Dan. What did I trade with him? I traded a large Soderoy as well as a interesting like hybrid Anthurium. And then I also paid to kind of make up for it as well. Look how big this thing is. Just look at it. So apparently with this plant, the leaves kind of come out green, and it's got polarized variegation, which means whole leaf will look green and then slightly start to change into more of like a yellow variegation. And I can just see here, like throughout the whole stem, there's like a big solid variegation line. So I am super duper happy with this, and I'm sure that this guy is going to be such a stunner. Yeah, I probably will be chopping up this guy because you know me, I cannot help but chop up all of my plants. Moving on and upwards, I've got 2 more plants to show you guys, and these are more of like common plants, but still not super duper easy to find here in Melbourne. I'll just grab them. So here I've got a Alocasia green shield, and I've been wanting one of these for quite some time, but I could never find like a good price nor like a bigger specimen. How cool is that? If you like any type of Alocasia, whether it be like a Capria or like a dragon scale, whether it's like the normal Baginda or silver, like when I just look at this, it's just so cool. And the fact that it has like the deep dark like indentations for where the veins are, and then goes lighter in the leaf, I just think that these are stunning. And that is a new leaf just there. I'm hoping that it gets as big as this, if not bigger. This one I got from Fitzroy Nursery, and the individual definitely knows his stuff that sold it to me, because he said that this guy is in peat moss. So give it about a week for it to climatize, and I'll probably be getting rid of all of this peat. But yeah, this one is so cool. I love it. And last but certainly not least is this cutie, and this is a Syngonium chiapense. I know what you're thinking, it just kind of looks like an ordinary plant. Nay, if you let it grow quite large, is absolutely spectacular. It's got like a matte finish. It's got a very cute shape. If you were to see the leaf and how like thick and how matte the texture is of it, it seriously is such a spectacular plant. I remember first seeing this plant in a YouTube video where they were doing like a tour in America of a couple's home, and at first I was like, oh, it's just another chiapense, but their one literally went from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, and it was huge, and the leaves were dark and gorgeous and matte, and yeah, that's what sold me. So when I found this guy, I was like, so me and my sister both got one. I think there was still like 1 or 2 left. But yeah, this guy, I cannot wait for it to get really big and beautiful. But the newest leaf is just there. I can't wait to see it like darken up. So that pretty much wraps up this week's video. If there's one message that I want to get across, it would definitely be that through trading your plants, it is such a great way to like establish connections and relationships. Plus, it's just downright fun to just cut up some plants or have a plant that someone else is looking for and to trade it with them. It's a really great way to kind of cull your plants, make sure that you're chopping them up and sharing them, and as well as getting some really awesome plants in return. Some that may be on your wish list. That's why it is so awesome to be in the plant community and be sharing each other's plants and cuttings. It is such a great experience, which is why I'm so excited to tell you guys that I will be organizing with some planty friends a plant swap for December. So it's not like the Melbourne plant swap that we had a few months back in March. This one is definitely more chill. There is no cost whatsoever. It's pretty much just a picnic in the park as well as a plant swap. So all you really need to bring is a picnic blanket, some chairs maybe, some food, and your plants, and hopefully we can have a really fun time. I believe that is for the 19th of December. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, where I'll be posting most of the information there. But for all my Melburnians, you have worked so hard during this lockdown. I know it's been a struggle and it's been a really tough time for so many of us. I think it's such a great idea to come together again. It's been a long time. Let's rekindle all of our relationships in this plant community, because you know Sam is all about those organic, fun planty friend relationships. I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the greenhouse with me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! Mwah!